EvilAF01 here, guys, and today we are going to be testing out if Gumi did actually fix Rico. Now, if you don't know what Rico's biggest problem was when he became a 7-star, he did get some great power, great Magnus ability with some serious oomph in it. There was just a bit of an issue with it. It was marked as a BS move. Oh great, a new BS chainer. We always love BS chainers, right? We love saying BS all the time. But there is a bit of a problem. He's a dual wielder, it procs off 2 times, so basically, when you cast this 1 time, it's a 3 times cast of a BS, and since it procs off 2 times, it is 6 times. How many units can chain with that? Short answer is, no one besides his own dupe. But there was another issue plaguing this particular one, because it was recasting itself. Because it is such a long chain, you would basically, when he recast it, overlay the other chain. Sadly, he wouldn't chain by himself, but the frames would go basically whack, and no one could be chaining it at all. And sadly, it also meant you could not use AR frame chainers, like you're using 2 of it to chain up. For the most time that worked, it will not break the chains, but he was breaking chains left and right what you're doing, no matter who you were using. So, for me, the biggest thing they're going to be fixing is that we can use 2 AR chainers, so we can still cap it out, because that Magnus ability still contains 240 times modifier. That's a lot of power from ability you can use at first turn, something you would love to use in Dark Visions. But because of that problem before, we couldn't. So we're gonna go in with triple casters for the AR frames. I can already tell you, we are not going to be able to cap it all the way out. We need 4 times casters AR now. So bring them in, Goomy. We need them. We need them. But just to demonstrate that it's perfect now. Now, keep in mind, I'm using micro, so that's allowing me to spark chain AR. AR can be a little tricky to do, but with your spark chain, and there you go. It looks like you're capping about 5 of the BS moves. It looks like, maybe 4, but close to 5 it seems like you're capping out. So you could maybe delay it a little bit, so we could do something like, let's see if we can somewhat time it quickly enough, because the BS comes pretty quickly. But of course, we can't tell here in the training mode if this allows us to do more damage or not. We're already hitting the damn caps already. But I'm just curious. Looks fine. 220. Alright. Well, there you could be experimenting a little bit. You can do some adjusting if you use micros and timing, so it comes a little later on him. Comes a little late. It starts early on him, and then a little later with the AR frames perfectly. Maybe something like that you can toy around with if you want to. But at least, as you can see, we can use 2 of our AR chainers, so we can use them as kind of like a finisher type, and that's kind of like burst damage going on. And of course, having room for a triple caster AR can be a little tricky. But there is also other tricks we can utilize along the way. We can have other chainers taking over. It can be a little tricky as well, but there are ways we could maybe go around it. But the ultimate test is, of course, putting it up side with another BS chainer that could 6 times cast, but that we don't have. But we do have triple casters like Levison and Mastermind Zon. Let's see how that handles. So now let's try that triple cast with the BS. And we're just using the Magnus ability. Let's just see if it is working as it should. If it works as it should, Levison should be able to chain him with the first 3 casts without any problems. Let's just take a look. Seems to work just fine, doesn't it? We chained it very nicely. We got all the chains up to 54. But for some weird reason, when we are switching around the position of the units, something weird happens. Spark chaining. It breaks. Yeah, for some reason, putting him in down this position, he suddenly doesn't change when we start to move around. Same thing goes with Mastermind Zon, if I'm switching around. So there's something there, so just have that back in your mind of the position you're putting your Rico with another unit. because it seems to be breaking. I don't know what it exactly happens here, but there is something. It could maybe also be the training stage. It could be the positioning of the enemy or something, but it shouldn't be because it's just a casting animation. They don't move or anything, but there seems to be something there. And just to give it a final look, again, just to show that it worked. So now we move back to the original position, and let's triple cast again. I'm using micros like I always done, and fire off. As you can see, chain's perfectly fine. But it can also be a few things. It can be my micros, it could be something with the emulator. So just have that back in your mind. If it doesn't look like your Rico is chaining properly, it could be something there. But for the most part, he is chained with the BS family, and the best of all, we can use him alongside the AR chaining, so we can somewhat cap it out. So yeah, he has finally some usage in the Dark Visions, as long as there's only one enemy. So are you guys happy for this fix? Personally, I am very happy. I can see some usage for him as kind of like the finisher chaining up there, which great damage modifiers, 240 right from start, is going to be great hitting in those beautiful ones. And he doesn't need to recast it. Keep in mind, he's just firing off 6 BS moves just straight to the enemy. I hope we're going to get another one like that into the future, so he has a chaining partner with that one. Oh, Dark Vision is going to be so much easier. Turn 1 BS 6-time cast? Yeah! Yeah, the sun is hot here in Denmark at the moment. But I'd like to hear, guys, are you happy with the fix? I am definitely happy for it. So yeah, guys, please like and subscribe for the channel so we can laugh together in the darkness.